This is Meteo Mundo.
Hi everyone, Rusty back here with your latest Meteo Mundo forecast. I hope you've been having a great week. In this forecast video, we'll take a look at the forecast for the rest of our week into the weekend and Christmas Day as well across the Caribbean and all of the Bahamas. There have been some areas that have actually seen some significant flooding in the last couple of days, and there's still going to be a lot of spots with some good rain chances over the next 5 days as well. Now, as we get started for this video, I want to show you some video that came into Meteo Mundo from Grand Bahama over the weekend. I'm going to take myself off camera here. This is from High Rock, Grand Bahama. Craig Russell sent this into Meteo Mundo. If you remember that storm system that came in over the weekend, this is what it brought to the northern Bahamas. Look at that wind just absolutely whipping there on the palm trees. And then Craig sent another piece of video where we can get a good idea of what the wave action is, just lashing against the seawall. Significant wave action. That's good 30 to 35 knot winds from time to time, obviously kicking up the sea conditions. And they had some tidal flooding issues as well. Craig, thank you so much for that video. Love to see it. And all he did again was send it to mymeteomundo@gmail.com. And if you have a picture or video from your area you want to send us that you would like to see included in these videos, just send it that way. You can also find us across all other social media platforms. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook as well. All right, friends, let's get into it. And as we do so, thank you so much for liking the video and supporting the channel. This is the visible satellite imagery on this late Wednesday afternoon. We have, again, very fresh northeast winds rolling through the western Atlantic. There is one area that I want to touch on real quickly. If you notice the thumbnail of the video, where we've had some significant flooding, and that is in the Tobago area here, Trinidad, Tobago, the southern side of the Windward Islands, especially in the northwest side of the island, Charlottesville, on Man o' War Bay. They've had over 50 millimeters of rain recently. It's really led to some localized quick flash flooding of some areas. So our thoughts are with you guys. Let us know how you're doing. And there is going to be additional rain for this area over the next 5 days. It might be more isolated as far as some of the heavy activity goes, but there is more rain coming to that area that I'm going to be touching on here in just a second. Let's get back to the wide view again of the satellite imagery. We're going to see additional showers developing through the Caribbean and portions of the Bahamas as well. Already kind of windy conditions, and let's start with that. As a matter of fact, just kind of look at our wind vector imagery here as we get into tomorrow. So this is kind of overnight into tomorrow, but it's just going to give you the broad perspective. We're going to have really strong, fresh northeast breezes throughout the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos. Again, these are fresh northeast winds. They're going to be around 20 to even 25 knots from time to time. That is going to pull in some fast-moving showers as well. It's going to be really spotty, but one island could get multiple rounds of light rain over the Bahamas over the next few days, and I'll show you that coming up. Our strong northeast winds, again, all the way through the Turks and Caicos, Hispaniola, Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic, on over towards Port-au-Prince and Haiti. For my friends in Jamaica, you'll have a northeast wind as well, very fresh along the northern coastline from Montego Bay all the way towards Port Antonio. The winds will try and turn a little bit more out of the northeast here, maybe even north-northeast as you get towards the Virgin Islands. The winds do become lighter as we get a little bit farther away through most of the Lesser Antilles. I know I'm swinging around a little bit, but bear with me here. And then more of an east wind as you get back down towards the Windward Islands. But again, your purples and your pinks on this imagery are your strongest winds. And there's a lot of wind overall through the western Atlantic and then portions of the central and the northwest side of the Caribbean. Okay, let's take a look at the rain here. So we'll swing on over to our wide range shot, and then we'll put this into motion and zoom into a couple of locations that I want to highlight. So again, I want you to notice we are getting into the latter half of December. We've got the Christmas forecast coming up in this video, and yet there is still a lot of green on the map. There is certainly no ideal of dry season coming in with a snap of a finger for anywhere across the Bahamas or the Caribbean here. And again, in the Bahamas, northern areas, we still get cold fronts coming in from the United States to provide us with some opportunity for rain. But, you know, down into the Caribbean, we start transitioning into a drier season. But it's just simply not the case as of yet. So let's take a look at what's going to be happening in the area that I already highlighted that has had some flooding issues lately. And again, what you're going to see on the map here over the next 5 days and through Christmas is still the opportunity for some showers. Again, I don't think it's going to be as widespread or heavy, but there is still some green on the map. And if one of those heavier showers just happens to hit the island, there could be some locally heavy rain that could lead to some isolated flash flooding. Is it going to be prominent across Trinidad and Tobago and Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Barbados? No, but the opportunity is still there. And again, even into our Friday here, you can see there's a little bit more shower activity scattered over the weekend, and then maybe even a few more showers on Christmas Day itself. So again, just not a completely dry forecast. Put this back into motion for, again, Barbados to the areas to the north. You start to dry out a little bit, but there'll still be a few showers from our friends in Guadeloupe and Montserrat and Antigua and Barbuda. We'll still pick up some rain with that northeast breeze through the Virgin Islands, but if you have plans to celebrate the holiday there, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day look pretty good, not completely dry. Again, here is Christmas afternoon. You can see a few scattered showers popping up, but it's not bad. And same thing for my friends in Puerto Rico as well. A few isolated showers. One thing that's going to be with us though is the breeze. That's not going to be really changing much. And again, would expect a few showers, especially along the northern side of Hispaniola, so the northern coastline of both Haiti and the Dominican Republic. A few isolated showers from Punta Cana towards Santo Domingo. Lacaille, Port-au-Prince looks to remain relatively dry. Again, a northeast breeze and the rain shadow effect with some of the mountainous terrain. My friends in Jamaica, here we go. Let's take a look at your area over the next 5 days. Again, spotty showers are going to continue to be in the forecast with a strong northeast breeze. There's not going to be a ton of heavier rain, but there could be pockets, certainly. And again, I'll show you that the models are favoring the northern sides of the island for the heaviest rainfall, simply because, again, that's where all the moisture is going to be fed in from. So you can clearly see that here. I mean, look at the showers, a little bit more favorable along the northern coast that trickles into Kingston. But again, even the western side of the island, Negril and Montego Bay, and central sides, Mandeville, Maypen, all with some scattered shower chances. Again, it's not going to be a washout, but even into Christmas afternoon, we'll at least see a few spottier showers. Now, this moisture with the northeast breeze is going to be able to make it all the way towards portions of the Yucatan and Central America. Again, spottier rain, but then it gets a little bit more concentrated right along the coast. So places like Roatan and Belize City will still get in on the act for a few showers. Mainly that is going to be over the next couple of days. And then we start to see the moisture drop out a little bit here. So getting a little bit drier Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. But for the next couple of days there, you used to expect some spotty showers. Same thing for Cancun and Cozumel. Again, maybe you're headed there to enjoy the Christmas vacation. It's not a bad forecast. It's not completely dry. And again, sometimes this time of the year, it is completely dry, but it's not going to be the case this year where we continue to see some moisture moving in with some spottier showers there. But again, it's a forecast that I think we can all, tolerate in those areas. It gets more interesting in the Bahamas because we've got another front coming in, and that is going to spell some bigger changes. So let's kind of stair step this. Again, we have some showers driven in with some rain over the next couple days. I'm going to show you the high resolution model coming up. We'll begin to actually dry out Friday and into Saturday and maybe Christmas Eve, although a few more showers are coming in. But there is yet another front with more heavy rain coming through Florida and the United States Southeast that is going to be moving into the Bahamas. We'll actually have a southeast wind ahead of it on Christmas Day to pick up some showers, and then more rain on the 26th on Tuesday as that front works its way into the area. So for those folks who are going to be visiting the Bahamas over the Christmas weekend, or you're living there and you want to celebrate, I don't have a completely dry forecast. I just don't. I think there's going to be at least some rain each and every day, a little bit drier maybe Christmas Eve. But again, even on Christmas Day, there's going to be some rain around. Now, when I switch over to the high resolution model here, and I looked at this thing about 5 times before I came on the air because I've never seen this high resolution HER model dot this as if they're snowflakes. But what it just shows you is at the mid levels of the atmosphere, there's a fair amount of moisture, okay? And it's picking up on that, and we have that strong northeast breeze, and it's just gonna whip across showers for Eleuthera and Abaco and New Providence and Andros and Grand Bahama and Walker's Key and Bimini over the next 48 hours. It's not going to add up to much, but we stay with a really fresh wind. We're going to have long period northeast swells as well, kicking up the surf and sea conditions. So again, this is the forecast over the next couple of days, and you can see that that rain stays with us all the way into the southern and the southeast side of the Bahamas, and even portions of the Turks and the Caicos. But again, extremely breezy conditions. If I throw on the wind gusts as well with this product, again, you just see it's very spotty in nature, but we are in some areas getting into those 20-knot winds again, and they're fairly consistent. It's just a very breezy forecast here, and then we have that next system coming in late Christmas Day, but mainly the day after Christmas, to bring us an even better chance of some showers. So the bottom line is, for the Bahamas, quite honestly, the weather just stays active. Okay, so that's kind of the broad brush view of what I expect through Christmas Day. We'll take a look at the precipitation totals here. So let me swing back over to this product. And as I do so, again, thank you for liking the video. If you're not a subscriber to Meteo Mundo, you want the latest forecast Caribbean and the Bahamas, click that subscribe button. You really want to help out the channel. Share this video. Let your family and friends know about it as well. We appreciate all the support that we get. Thank you for the comments as well. Okay, as I'm talking, let me see if I can actually do two things at once here and get over to the total precipitation product here. Let's see, it's not cooperating. Let me do that. Okay. You know what? I know why. I'm on the wrong model. There we go. All right. So that is a look at that. Now I need to extend it out all the way to Christmas Day, and I will do that. All right. So these are going to be your cumulative rainfall totals from now through Christmas Day. I want to get back down to the Windward Islands. And again, you can see that there will be spots of heavier rain there. It will potentially add up to a few more inches of rain for Trinidad and Tobago. I hope it's no more than that, no more than 1 inch to 2 inches, but it's going to be very localized, right? Many areas won't get a lot of rain, but if that heavier shower just happens to fall right over you, it could still lead to some isolated urban flash flooding. We'll be monitoring that situation here. And again, the farther north that you go through the Lesser Antilles, a little bit drier, as I've mentioned, because of the east and northeast breeze. The model is going to favor the northern and the eastern sides of the island for some pockets of heavier rain. You can see that on the northern sides of Puerto Rico, so San Juan would be included. Not a lot of rain for the Virgin Islands or the northern side of the Lesser Antilles and Leeward Islands, including our friends in Anguilla. There's that maximum there, again, with the northeast wind right over the northern sides of Hispaniola, but you can see towards Santo Domingo and Lacaille were relatively dry. My friends in Jamaica, again, there's your little bullseye. Port Antonio, a couple of inches of rain there. So let me know how this plays out for you. Everyone's going to get some showers in Jamaica, but again, we'll favor the northeast side with the northeast breezes. And again, there's your maximum of rain still kind of piling up along portions of the Caribbean coastline of Central America. For my friends in Roatan, lovely time. Boy, you know, what a beautiful, jealous is what I'm saying, to be spending Christmas in Roatan. But again, a couple of inches of rain possible over the next 5 days. Same thing for Belize City, maybe a little bit heavier just offshore. Not as much rain, but not completely dry for Cancun and Cozumel. Maybe up to a ½ inch over the next 5 days, but most of that falling before Christmas. And then there's your really heavy rain with our next storm system coming in from the central to the southeast United States. Now, eventually, these totals in the Bahamas are going to go up because the rain chance gets highest the day after Christmas. But between now and Christmas Day through Weston and Freeport and High Rock, going to pick up an additional inch of rain. But again, it's like every day you're going to get some showers. They're just not going to add up to much. So it's just not a completely dry, completely tranquil forecast here for Nassau and all the way down to the southeast Bahamas as well. Okay, so let's look at a couple of 5-day forecasts for us here. Again, Trinidad and Tobago, an area that I'll be closely monitoring. 40% chance for showers for our Thursday. I think the best chance for rain is Friday. Rain is likely, some pockets of heavier rain as well. Moisture begins to dissipate a bit over the weekend and into Christmas Day, but it's not completely dry in that area with daytime highs in the mid and the upper 80s. For my friends in Grand Bahama, again, every day provides us with the opportunity for at least some showers and very, very breezy conditions, mainly winds out of the northeast to eventually east and southeast. I think we'll cloud up on Christmas Day. We're going to get some showers, but it's really going to be late into Christmas Day and then onto the 26th with the best chance for some more rain. But again, this is a relatively cool forecast because we'll see the clouds and the passing showers and the breeze with daytime highs there. That will only be in the mid 70s. Friends, I thank you very much again for watching this latest video. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Of course, I'll keep you updated. Got the latest forecast for you across the Caribbean and the Bahamas right here at Meteo Mundo. Have a fantastic day ahead.